Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of
Retro Tech.
Today in the Retro Tech Spotlight, the absolutely gorgeous MICRONTA 22-185A. Oh yeah. This beautiful looking multimeter I picked up not so long ago on eBay, basically new, out of the box, unused. Look at that, the test leads are still in the plastic. And there is the manual as well. I'm really excited because this was a meter I was been looking for a long time. Can I say I lucked out? I found one in amazing shape, obviously brand new, and I'm a happy MICRONTA had that really neat, interesting graph color scheme on their meters, much the same as another version we have here. You can tell those reds and blues and beiges, it's the same, and it really stands out. It's an eye-catching look, and very easy to see what you're doing as well. So I love it. I really like the contrast going on. User manual is pretty in-depth. Tells us we've got a MICRONTA LCD multimeter, 3 2/3 digit compact size, ideally suited for the field, lab, shop, bench, and home applications. Boy, they were catering to just about everybody with that description. Circa 1988, the Tandy Corporation, 1988. Wow. So we're talking about 35 years or so ago this one was produced. Actually, this manual really goes into depth. They tell a lot. And of course, with every multimeter manual back in the good old days, they gave you a schematic. Unbelievable. Wow. Okay, let's take a closer look at that good-looking meter itself. Oh, I love this thing. We have that dual selector knobs here, non-auto-ranging, on-off switch at the top, and look at that, we even have a separate continuity feature here. So if you don't want that audible beep going on, you just simply turn it off. Very cool. Let's open up a bag of these 35-year-old test leads. Unbelievable. Wow, somebody stapled that 35 years ago. Amazing. Oh my gosh, I just love this. Like Christmas time. There we are. Look at that. MICRONTA right there on that test lead. 1,200 volts max. Interesting. Pretty nice gauge wire as well by the looks of it. And of course we have that interesting tie off here. I'll just undo that. Wow. Amazing. Oh yeah. Because those tips aren't pointy, they're not sharp, it's going to be a little bit harder to get on smaller components, but nonetheless, that's the way it was back then, for this multimeter at least. And we look at the ends. They're not shrouded, no banana plug style, just stick them in the meter. Comes, oh yes, there we go. Wow. Okay, this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. You, me, and MICRONTA in the retro Bring the meter around, you can see actually have a UL listing here. MICRONTA 22-185. There's a Radio Shack logo at the bottom. This is powered by 4 AA batteries as well. And that tilt stand, all metallic, just lift it up. Nothing fancy, but boy, is it pretty solid or what. And yeah, it's just the clip type, so you could just easily take it off if you, for whatever reason, don't want it on there, but nice. Now, funny enough, in the manual itself, the selected rangers are saying for volts DC goes up to 3,000 volts. Yeah, 3,000 volts. However, they're also telling you that maximum measurable voltage is 1,000. So even though we have that 3,000 volt rating here in the meter, they're saying don't go over 1,000. Man, I have no idea, but for some reason, I feel like watching Get Smart right now. Remember that crazy show? Yeah, they're really hyping that continuity function as well. They're saying the tester has a built-in Audible Continuity. Set the power switch to the continuity, set the function switch to kilo-ohm, and the range is automatically set to 320 ohm. Anything under 300 ohms in terms of resistance, the buzzer will sound. Oh yes, well, let's try it out. Let's try out this continuity after 30 years. Here we go. Default test probes, I think. All right, 3, 2, 1. Oh, gotta put it in kilo-ohm. What was I thinking? Okay, put it to kilo-ohm. Setting, set to 30. And here we go. Oh yeah, still works. Beautiful. We have that nice little audible indicator as well at the top. And if I was to switch it off continuity, you see The Audible sign is gone, and yeah, we have no more Audible Continuity. Funky! Sitting right now at 29.51 volts according to the Sigland power supply, 29.51 for that Sanwa, and 29.38 for the MICRONTA. Good stuff! Oh yes, so close, so close. But you're a lot older. You're a lot older. Diode mode as well. Let's just see here. Yeah, no problems with the standard. Try a red LED, 1.7 forward voltage drop, 1.8 for the yellow, for the green. So we have that flashing 3, which basically it's like an over limit with this meter. So they're all lit, but no forward voltage drop, so 2 out of 5. Hey, in diode mode, look at that, almost 3.2 volts, the output voltage in diode mode for that MICRONTA. Finish. I gotta say, I just love these old meters. Once again, that dual selector knob, smooth as butter. We have that audible beep when you're switching ranges. But it's just really sweet, and you can turn that beep off, don't forget. Turn it off, no audible beep. Oh, why can't you do that with today's meters? But yeah, just very nicely done. Good quality plastics. Yeah, overall, I'm loving it. Does it say where it's made? I'm not seeing it here. I'm not seeing where this meter is actually made. Probably Korea. Probably Korea. I'm just guessing though. Pulling at straws here. And there's our classic Radio Shack ribbon pole here to extract those fuses. I just love that. Always attached with a ribbon. 4 AA batteries to power this bad boy. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. Here we are on the inside, and look it out. Shielding on the reverse side of the multimeter. Oh, nice to see. They knew what they were doing back in the day. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. By the way, to get it off, we just had one Phillips screw here. One Phillips and some gentle prying, and the back just pops off. Wow, let's take a closer look at that. Man, look at those inputs. Look at the soldering, unbelievable. Oh, whoa, that is some major soldering going on here. That is in there for, wow, for the long term. On top of that, we have a big arse current shunt with some insulation as well. It's a grounding spring over here. But wow, I don't think I've ever seen a multimeter with that massive, absolutely huge array of solder on those input jacks. Unbelievable. Whoa, incredible. Of course, here we have our 2 selector switches. Very nicely done. Boy, these things just look brand new, doesn't it? Just brand freaking new. Well, it is new, but 30-year-old new, but nonetheless, all of these through-hole components here. Obviously, back in the late 80s, early 90s, SMD wasn't happening on most PCBs, so there you go. Oh my, do my eyes deceive me? Are those, those are self-calibration pots. Oh yes, user calibration is always a bonus. Okay, look at that, will you? Very nicely done. Nice and clean PCB. Oh, yes. At the very top there, we have our 4 battery terminals for the AA batteries. And of course, that one fuse over here on the milliamp side, 250 volt, 5 amp, 500 milliamp fuse. A couple of diodes over here as well, probably for reverse input protection, in case those batteries go in the wrong way. But yeah, that's about it. No fuse on the high current side, strictly the high current shunt. But all in all, I gotta say, very nice attention to detail. Hey, what else is new? They really knew how to build them back in the day. Alright, you gonna put it back together? Boy, back in the day, MICRONTA, Radio Shack, huge names in the electronics industry. Man, it sure was fun taking that trip down retro multimeter lane.